Staff Sergeant Barry Wayne from Corbin, Kentucky. Staff Sergeant Chris Ray from Lamar, Texas, and Staff Sergeant John Matthew from Lafayette, Louisiana. Handling characteristics by performing exactly 4-point roll. The medal of both pilot and machine, but slow speed controllability is just as important for those who fly. To demonstrate this slow speed handling, Captain Wilson is now decelerating for a low and slow pass from the right in the landing configuration. While the Eagle is a top performer at more than twice the speed of sound, watch how precise the maneuvers as it rolls from side to side during the slow speed pass. From slow flight, Captain Wilson will raise the landing gear and immediately pull into the vertical to perform a Cuban 8, demonstrating the Eagle's ability to rapidly transition from slow to high-speed flight. Command General John Jumper, our thanks for being with us today. We hope you're thirsty. We'd like to also remind you that while the wind makes it feel cool, the wind will dehydrate you and dry you out rapidly. The food vendors have a wide variety of beverages to quench your thirst, such as water, soda, beer, wine, smoothies, even margaritas and cappuccinos. So again, we'd like to thank you. Thank you for your participation in this year's show. KXTV Channel 10. KXTV Channel 10 is your choice for Central Valley. It shouldn't fly, but look at her go. And now being turned on the active runway is the C5 Galaxy. One of the largest aircraft in the world, by far the largest in the free world. The C5 Galaxy. Load hauler is backbone for the Air Mobility Command. Again, this aircraft is just too big to fly, but watch when it takes off. They are very, very high performance, amazingly short field capabilities, and when they do a which is where they essentially land with the brakes locked up, it's very, very impressive. It also blows about 9 tires in the process. So it's the interest of your tax dollars and their aircraft, they usually don't do that, but it was very impressive for those of you who did see it several years ago. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a master's degree in aeronautics, and it still amazes me every time I see this happen, that by blowing hot air and exhaust out the back of 4 little round holes, you can move something that big and carry it into the sky. Our KC-10 and our C-5 will be back in just a little bit. In the meantime, we have the very special tribute coming through in just a second, but prior to that, phones located below the tower for your convenience. Recruiters. We'd like to, all the recruiters out there on their behalf, to let you know. Ever wanted to aim high, be all you can be, see the world, become a leader? Stop by the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, and Reserve Guard training and recruiting booths for more information on opportunities the U.S. Armed Forces can provide for you. Heck of a way to get an education and get paid for it in the meantime. Plus you get to fly these cool jets. Lee Gibson and Harold Lee Gibson. Donald and Harold Lee Gibson, please. Right now, the Yak-9, Allison powered. Again, this is an American engine on there. They did not have the Allisons on them originally, I don't believe. Some of them may have, but I don't believe all of them did. Touching down here, coming over the fence, touching down at about 100 miles an hour. Okay, cross over here, Randy and Jerry. Beautiful Story Mix from Brentwood, California, being flown by Mr. Randy Howell and Jerry Galoo. Reverse Cuban 8, over the top. He's now weightless in the belt. He picks out the runway. Inverted. There's our half roll back to upright position, completing the half Cuban 8. Picking up airspeed, coming down. Pushing 400 miles an hour. Air Show Center. Mr. Randy Howell. And 4-point hesitation roll from Mr. Jerry Galoo in Stoley number 2. Okay, Judge, these maneuvers are very, very physical. You're being forced in. You're requiring that your heart pump blood and everything as it's passing into this cavity at 7 or 8 times its normal body weight. Still pumping blood throughout your body. Again, these aerobatic routines are very, very physical. Jerry and Randy are examples of young fit pilots. And from behind, Mr. Randy Howell comes through, pulls vertical, afterburner on, into the sun, starts his roll. Right over Dixon, looking to catch up. He comes around. He's diving back in. Coming from left to right, Mr. Randy Howell. Lead pilot, puts out at about 200 feet. It is going to go to oil. It's a light, mineral-based type oil. I'd like to fly to Hawaii 4 days every 2 weeks and come out and do this on the weekends. Gary Lyles, please go to Lost Childhood. Gary Lyles, Lost Childhood, please, at the base guitar. Okay, mirror pass. Mr. Randy Howell, inverted. Jerry Galoo, the Stoley Miggs from Brentwood, California, Red Star Air Shows. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? MiG-17s with mirror formation. Jerry Galoo,
right to left, in a beautiful formation photo pass. Pass in review, the beautiful Stoli Mirrors.
36 inches. That's close, especially in the bumpy area that we have out here. And this year's Air Expo 2000. On behalf of all those at the Air Expo today, please help them out by placing your trash in proper receptacles. And remember, Travis Recycles, glass, plastic, recycle bins are located throughout the ramp. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching, you saw him sneak in on us from the left. D10 Extender, which is essentially a highly modified commercial version, or I should say military version, of the commercial DC-10 aircraft. It shouldn't fly, ladies and gentlemen. It should not fly.
Aircraft, the KC-10 Extender. The KC-10s have been 2,200 miles from home base and return, or can carry a max cargo payload of 170,000 pounds, a distance of 4,370 statute miles. Unrefueled fairing range is almost 12,000 miles, which is essentially non-stop from California to Saudi Arabia. Normal cruise is at 593,000 pounds. It carries a fuel load of 356,000 pounds and a cargo capacity of 169,000 pounds. Very impressive aircraft. The C-5 Galaxy, which is leading our flight out there, is known as the gigantic C-5 Galaxy, with a tremendous payload. It can kneel down to facilitate loading directly from truck bed levels, yet the design of the aircraft is not radical. It's very similar in the C-5 and the C-141 are the aircraft partners of the MAC, or Military Airlift Command, or Air Mobility Wing now, Inter-Theater Airlift Concept. The two aircraft carry fully equipped and combat-ready military units to any point in the world on short notice. The aircraft then provide the full field support required to sustain a fighting force. The Galaxy can for emergencies or unusual circumstances. The C-5 does not carry troops in the cargo compartment. However, the second story or upper deck compartment of the C-5 has 73 seats available for the drivers and operators of the equipment being airlifted. At the aircraft's destination, the drivers are immediately available to drive the vehicles off the plane. The forward upper deck has provisions for a 7-man relief crew and 8 crew to permit faster and easier loading, even for the bulkiest equipment. And for those of you that haven't had a chance to go through it yet, we do have both of these aircraft opened up here for you today. Again, from left to right is the KC-10 Extender in what we call the dirty configuration, and we don't mean it's got bugs on the wings. Again, this is a landing configuration. You see how it flies with a nose-high attitude, very common for all aircraft. As they spool up with wingspan of 222 feet. Configuration, again, this means the gear is out, the flaps are on, landing lights are on. They're going to spiral down. This would permit them to go into hostile territories without overflying hostile terrain any longer than necessary. They get over friendly field, over the friendly forces. They do a steep spiraling descent, and this may not seem steep after watching some of the smaller planes today, but you've got to remember the size of this aircraft. We're talking an airplane that could be as full as 769,000 pounds of the aircraft weight. Again, this aircraft can be spiraling down into hostile territory. Imagine the fact that it has just gone, using a normal crew of 6. It has crew seating to add another 8 people on board if need be. It can carry 73 troops in the upper compartment, and again, we can get off the runway at 12,000 feet. Landing distance with a 50-ton load of 2,800 feet, which means it can actually get it could get into a runway as short as Rio Vista or Nettree, but it would roll the pavement up on the tires of the bid. The aircraft has a high cruise speed of 470 knots, which is over 540 miles an hour. Average cruise speed of 450 knots, which is a little over 500 miles an hour. It's built by Lockheed out of Georgia. Total engine power of the C-5 equals that produced by 800 average automobiles. Okay, it's touching down out here way out to the left. Show cargo on board, they're going to drop off. So keep an eye on the C-5 as he slows down out here. He's not through yet. Some other interesting facts as we're waiting for the surprise out the back of the C-5. The paint on the C-5. The paint alone weighs approximately
approximately 2,600 pounds. Whoever thought about the paint? You grab your car and everything, you don't think about the extra weight? Almost 3,000 pounds just in paint, dried paint on this aircraft. Ours weighs over 180 pounds. The C5 carries enough fuel for the average American car to make 130 round trips between New York and Los Angeles, or over 31 trips around the world. The cargo compartment of the airplane alone is longer than the Wright brothers' first flight. 95 people, 20 on the flight and aft decks, 75 in the troop compartment. The longest field goal in the history of the NFL would not reach wingtip to wingtip on a C5 Galaxy, as we have the profile coming directly on us right now. We were talking about that 13 by 19 cargo bay inside. How's this? The C5 Galaxy can haul 100 Volkswagen Beetles, 25,844,746 ping pong balls. For you Sharks fans out there, we can put in 752,000 hockey pucks. Or as you get a little dehydrated today and start getting a haircut, picture the fact that we can put in 328,301,674 aspirin in one of these buses in it. All in one aircraft where we lift it all off the ground. Pretty amazing. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big boy of the Air Force. This is your C5 Galaxy, the largest aircraft in the free world and the workhorse of the Air Mobility Command of the United States Air Force. Okay, keep your eyes on everything. We understand the demand supply force coming out the front compartment, not the tail compartment, but out the front door of the C5 Galaxy. Again, if any of you that have been into one over here that's on static display, you understand the front of the aircraft opens up. Leaves the pilots in the flight deck where they are. The nose will open up in front of the cockpit. We have a surprise for you coming out of there. And just kind of lets you in on a little bit of what the surprise is going to be. The surprise is capable of locating and firing at an enemy target that is moving at over 60 miles an hour. So keep your eye on the front as it opens up. The nose opens, the cargo ramp will come down. Get ready for the surprise that the Air Mobility Command has for you here at Air Expo 2000 today. Ground crew out there right now getting ready and things. They have the cable, they're in contact with the load master and the pilot, the flight crew in there. Point from left to right, our safety pin extender overflying our C5 Galaxy is preparing to offload a surprise for all of you, the newest members of Team Trav landing on 2-1 left, which we landed 210 degrees into the wind, which as you know they always land into the wind, use the wind for as much as you can to take off. You hardly see the front landing gear. It's now kneeling to get the front end lower to help offload without a lower transition from its platform to the ground. But again, as you know, anything in these aircraft has to be severely secured. You get an idea of the immense size of this ramp of this aircraft by the size of the flight crew members out in front. So keep the engine mode on the ECU or auxiliary power unit. Okay, the ramp is down. Now coming out the front of the C5 Galaxy, we have one Humvee, we have two 2 Humvees. Okay, and now we have coming around from behind that also came out of the C5 Galaxy. We have an M1 tank. These are turbine-powered tanks. The M1 can track and deploy a moving target while the tank is moving at 60 miles per hour even over rough terrain. It has automatic guiding system. This tank can be stabilized system. You see how the barrel stays there? They're tracking the tank all the way round and round and round while the barrel stays secured on its target. They can also do this if they're going down rough terrain at 60 miles an hour, tracking the target going the other direction. They had them early on for their problems because they had a fuel engine on some of theirs. They had a cruise filtration system. They've got the bugs worked out. They are very, very expensive mobile weapons for our ground units. Just been informed that the 2 Humvees and the tank that came out of the C5 Galaxy are from the California National Guard, another branch of the service that we encourage people to check into